Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We are going to do a little PGA golf. We are going to finish up the top 100 greatest movies of all time, according to Hollywood Reporter. We left off on number 50, so now we're going to finish 50 through number 1. Hey, so let's jump right into this. We are playing in Hawaii. I cannot pronounce the name of the course, because it's Coppola. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna jump right into this now. Hey everybody on stream, what's up? Welcome chat. Welcome streamers.
Hey there, nice to see you. Nice.
So we're gonna start off. We left off at number 50. We're gonna revisit number 50. Number 50 was the classic Jurassic Park with the ever popular Jeff Goldblum. Has anybody seen his new show on Disney Plus? The World According to Jeff. It's The World According to Jeff Goldblum or something like that. But he goes out and he talks like ice cream, and he talks about shoes, and it's just really, it's him just being him, and he's got that whole well they and it's him. But it's pretty good. I mean, he covers some cool stuff. Like there's this whole like community, I guess, culture. This whole culture out there of like they call them sneakerheads, like people that pay thousands of dollars to collect sneakers. Like, custom made sneakers. I can't see spending that kind of money on sneakers.
Listen, I have shoes that are called Vibram Five Toes.
Right, you have those 5-toe running shoes.
Yeah, I pay $100 for them every time. Well, not every time because they send me coupons because I spend so much money
Right.
with them. But you know,
see,
that's as high as I'll go.
I heard those are comfortable. I've never wore a pair of those toe gloves, but I hear they're comfortable. I hear they're great running because they mimic barefoot running.
This one's in the fairway.
They do. Well, I love them. I have a pair for work. I have a pair for running. I have a pair for the gym. I have a pair for just going around wherever I want to go.
See, I could see
Everybody
the gym.
always comments on them.
I could see the gym because the gym is very much. I've lifted barefooted before, and I enjoy it.
All right, let's pop this in the fairway.
Hey, CJ. CJ. Where'd he go?
I think he's just quiet.
And from
All right,
I needed him to check Discord.
Number 49 is one we talked about at the beginning of when we started this. A James Stewart, Grace Kelly, Alfred Hitchcock directed movie, Rear Window.
Oh yeah, I like that movie.
That is the
landing here on the green.
Can never go wrong with
nice shot.
No. That's not what he's getting from me.
No, that was a nice shot. It's the only movie in which you can watch Kelly smoke a cigarette, in which, if you're into that sort of thing.
What? Grace Kelly never smoked a cigarette before? In a movie?
Oh no. Mine's not going to do what CJ's did.
No,
but hey,
he's not giving away any secrets either.
Number 48 is a Kevin Spacey movie called The Usual Suspects.
My favorite ultimate movie. You never know. You never expect to happen what was going to happen.
I never expected that to be your favorite movie. Wow, see, we learned.
Oh, yeah. One of my
We learned
ultimate favorite
things.
movies. I love that movie. I love the dialogue in the movie. I like the way they
She's
talk to
ways
each
out
other.
here.
All of
Let's-
it.
Let's see what she does.
Got a little Stephen Baldwin in there, which is speaking of Stephen Baldwin, he's I don't know if you've seen him recently, but he went from being really off the rails to big time Christian person now.
Is he really?
Yeah, he had a complete change turnaround in his life. He's drug and alcohol free. He's been in several Christian movies.
All right, this is for
He's doing really good.
All right.
Oh man.
And this will be a par for her if she sinks it.
This is for par because, that's who I am.
Number 47 coming in is a Marilyn Monroe film with Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon.
Okay, tap this one on in.
Good old Some Like It Hot.
Moving on.
That was a funny movie.
You know, I can truthfully say I don't think I've ever seen a Marilyn Monroe
And
movie.
you're at even par.
We're going to restart because Dan's joining.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm reconnecting.
So, folks, we're going to go ahead and restart because we've got a fourth person. We're going to get a fourth one going. Our friend Dan's coming in, so just bear with us here. We will continue on with the movies, though. So, number 46 is an instant classic, in my opinion. I think everybody in the movie did an excellent, amazing job, and it is Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, yep. I love it.
Hanks, Matt Damon, all excellent. One of Spielberg's classics already. Not that Spielberg didn't have it. What's going on? It's not letting me. Loading. Wow, I got 2 bots back to back. 3 bots wanting to know if I want to be famous. Oh my god. Yes, because that's exactly what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay money for you to get me followers because that seems legal and legit. Get the hell out of here. Hey, it's an Oscar.
Yo,
How is life, Oscar?
pretty good, pretty good. I finished freshman year.
Oh, hey, look, got 1 year down.
Yeah, 3 more to go.
Well, I'd like to tell you it's only going to get easier from here, but it ain't.
Ah man, can't wait till sophomore year.
All right, folks, we seem to be hung up on
So
something
was
here,
it
so we're going to go ahead and close the application and come back.
What is it?
Oh, I love
Yeah,
algebra.
it's the worst.
I was hung up, so I'm going to have to close the application and come back. I don't know what's going down. So, Oscar, we are finishing up something that we started last Monday. We're going through the 100 greatest movies of all time according to the Hollywood Reporter. it was fun last week because we hit some that made Dean absolutely brain melt. He was horribly upset and livid about why some were higher than the others. Like the fact that Wally made it above. He was not kosher with the fact that Wally made it above one of the seven samurai.
Dude, Wally's a pretty good
There he
movie,
is.
man.
There he is.
There he be. There he
So
be.
I didn't realize that there was a separate party for this.
Yeah, we try to cut down on some of the chatter when we do separate parties.
Got it. Now I understand. Sorry for all the confusion. I
No,
was actually on time, but I was
no,
I
you're
was like,
good.
where are you guys?
You're golden. You're golden.
Did you join the events chatter? Are they still talking on whether or not a burger is a sandwich or a burger is a burger?
I don't know. I kind of went in there. Flame was basically telling people what to do, and I basically I realized you guys weren't joining
Yeah, I screwed them up today. I come in and that was the first thing I did was I got a question: is a burger or is a burger a sandwich? And everybody just erupted into an argument and chaos. And I mean, and
Hey,
Then,
you
I
chose
I
then
the
Maverick
kicked
says,
I
"I'll see you
kicked the
later."
yeah I kicked the hell out of that hornet's nest and then ran.
He said, "I'll see you later."
And
Oh,
and I didn't
no.
have I
Come
mean I
on.
didn't have to run very far because Ash told me, she said, no, complete golf, go now.
Well, I sincerely apologize. You guys have to restart the game.
No, it's okay, it's okay. Working on some stuff here. Anyways, while we're restarting, while we're waiting on this, we're gonna get into number 45 on the movie list. It is Titanic.
Never watched Titanic.
I
Listen, every time somebody says, "Wait, come back," I hear that damn voice in my head of when she's out there in that water.
oh
Wait,
yeah,
come
yeah.
back. Yeah,
Now
I
I'm
can't.
it took me a long time before I watched Titanic, but I did eventually get around to watching it. Not gonna lie, it's a good movie.
Dude has never seen it.
I mean, I probably shouldn't have laughed at the one part where the guy falls off the back and is eaten by the boat propeller, but I did.
Mm, no, dude has never seen it. He said it's a chick flick.
It is. It is. But it's one of those ones that everybody was talking about, and I was like, all right, fine.
Hi there, my name is John. Hope you're doing just great. Starting things off today with a par 4.
So we're coming in at number 44. Number 44 is I Am Neo, The Matrix.
No, I've never seen that.
There's a movie you're missing.
Looks like this one's in the fairway.
I am Neil. I've seen The Matrix
Well, no, The Matrix.
with.
That was I was going with the name, a quote of it.
Okay, let's see what she's
You know,
working with here and see how she does.
I am Neo is
You've
the
never
is,
seen The Matrix?
no. She's seen The
No, I've seen
Matrix.
The
She didn't
Matrix
know. She didn't get the quote that I was doing.
Oh.
because that's how much of an impact that movie made on my life.
You should have
It
said
was.
Mr. Anderson because that was used in way too many times.
Oh, it was. And there's a dude at church whose last name is Anderson. His name is Brian Anderson, and I do that every time I see him, Mister Anderson.
Hmm.
It's amazing, that
All right, interested to see what he has in
he
store
plays
for us
that
here.
character, and then he plays, the elf in Lord of the Rings, and they're, I don't know, they don't seem like they're very far apart from each other. They're both extremely cold characters.
Oh, this one's dropping
Yeah.
fairway for sure.
Not quite as cold in Lord of the Rings.
No, not quite as cold.
And I was always waiting for him to say Mr. Baggins.
Yes, Mr. Baggins. Oh my.
Okay. Grip it, rip it. Let's go.
So,
Yeah, just like I did last time.
apparently, The Matrix was the first DVD to sell 1 million copies.
Wow.
Why?
Why? Not wow, but why?
That's the quote I could have went with. The red pill or the blue pill. That was one of the famous ones.
That drive was
That or
crazy.
why, oh why didn't I take the blue pill?
Yeah. Guy sitting there eating the steak. Ignorance is bliss.
And now he's looking at
All right, coming in at number 43 is Toy Story.
The original one? The
The
first
original one.
All right, I get it. That's about its
Which-
right place.
Well, I mean, you know,
Here's their
can't
I
disagree.
still think Toy Story would have been a hell of a lot funnier if you had Robin Williams in it. Playing
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear. Playing Buzz Lightyear.
Do you think
I don't.
like sex toys are also alive in that universe?
What?
It's,
What's happening right now?
hey, Baron, what's up?
Toys are alive.
What's up, Baron? Hey,
Toys are alive.
look. That's a thought. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If all the kids' toys are alive, are adult toys alive as well?
Well, listen to me. I'm not going to.
Hey, thank you for the sub.
I do
Thank
have
you
an
for the
answer for
sub,
that.
Baron. Thank you much appreciated. Thank you for the
I have an
support.
answer for you, but
second shot here on the first.
He said I could answer for you, but we're not.
Oscar's in the party.
Oscar's the one that asked the question.
I'm 15.
My
Ah,
Wow.
yes.
Look
Nice.
at you.
Nice.
Very nice.
But congratulations. It was fantastic.
But I'm still going to call your name because I have to.
I
really
learned CJ's secret.
Yeah, I'm glad
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Months of playing.
Colin. What's up? What's up, Colin? Welcome in.
Here's a look at
All right, coming in at number 42 is one of my wife's favorite movies, a Ridley Scott,
and this
Sigourney Weaver film called Alien.
See, I don't even know how that, other than, no, I don't even know how it made it anywhere.
You're not an Alien fan?
Alien
I'm an
beat
Alien
7
It was at this
fan.
moment
I
that he
like the
knew
movie.
he
I
fucked up.
like the movie. I like the movie, but
I think
it's
Colin
not
likes that
something
one.
that I would sit down and, if it was on, oh yeah, stop everything I'm doing to watch.
Oh, no, I mean,
Whoa.
and it drops.
hey there, Colin. Yeah, look, I understand. I mean, it's a good movie. It's not one of the ones where I'm going to
14-foot putt.
drop everything I'm doing to watch it. But
Now,
it,
Johnny Depp was in it. We're different, but
Well.
he's not, so I don't care. Just wanna throw that out.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Colin has some bones he's just burning off with the sound alert.
He's got about
All right.
the cup.
Coming in at number 41 is a classic that is still talked about today because of the shower scene.
Psycho.
Psycho, yes.
All right, this next
All I had to say was the shower scene.
Which was that
And
one?
you immediately knew it was Psycho.
Okay, that putt's done.
Yeah.
Wait, which is that one? Is that the one where she's in the shower and then he pulls the curtain and she screams really loud? No,
Yeah, it's the old black and white film where this is the original Psycho, the old black and white film that Hitchcock did where she's in the shower, he pulls the curtain, and all you see after that is blood running down the drain.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's dressed
yeah,
as his
that
mother.
Checking in here, 2 under par for the day.
Yep,
I
dressed as
think
his...
the actress for that after that scene, she was terrified of showering.
Yeah, they did say that, they said that Janet Leigh was a little off-kilter to that one.
On.
And one of the girls that played in Birds, she had to go through psychotherapy because she told Hitchcock that she was afraid of birds. She didn't really want to. And he said, "Oh, no, no, no. Well, we won't let any real birds loose on you." And she was the one that was in the phone booth where the birds are breaking at the glass and stuff like that. And it like totally messed her up. And she had to, I mean, she like sued Hitchcock, had to go to therapy. And it was, I was
Does
like,
anybody else find it ironic that Janet Leigh was in Psycho and her daughter, Jamie Lee Curtis, grew up to be the Scream Queen?
well, she gets it from her mom. Look, I mean, that was a classic Scream right there. Hey, coming in number 40. That's funny that this movie should be here. Coming in at number 40 is one we were talking about in the Discord earlier. It is Fight Club. Oh, hey, Colin, we're doing... All right, cool. Colin doing emotes again.
All right, let's see how he does.
Colin, you got some great emotes. I love the ones you're giving.
I've not seen Fight Club. I gotta turn on your channel.
But,
I'm neglectful today.
But no, yeah. We were talking about Fight Club earlier today in one of the Discord. And it was... See, that movie... Now, when I first saw that movie, I'm not going to lie. The ending really... I mean... Because I was not... I thought Brad Pitt's character was a totally different person. And then at the end of that movie, when you find out that it's all in Ed Norton's mind, I was like, oh, shit. That's a mind blower.
I mean, I don't really know if anybody was really expecting that.
He's a long ways out here.
I don't think they were. I mean, it was probably one of the best endings of a movie that I'm like, what? All right, moving along. Coming in at number 39 is a movie that my wife likes the book, but she isn't crazy about this version. She liked the newer version they made a couple years ago. And it's the classic The Shining.
Yeah. I don't know. I guessed that before you even said it. You know, Stephen King hated the movie.
Everybody says
Stephen King
is better. The book is better than the movie.
And you are right, Oscar. Stephen King hated Kubrick's version of The Shining. He was not happy with it. That's why later on they made Stephen King's The Shining, because he was not, the way Kubrick did it was not his vision of it.
There was a guy when I was in Rhode Island. There was a guy that used to come into the store, looked exactly like Stephen King, exactly. He walked in and I go, holy shit, you know you look exactly like, I know you know, because people have to tell you this. You look exactly like him.
That's just like, I know you know.
Scary eyes, the whole, exactly.
It's like, I know you know, because I know people say it all the time to you.
Holy crap, I could take a picture of me and you and say that I met Stephen King. It would be a lie, but...
Well, I know.
What is it? The lady that played the wife of the dude.
You at 3 under.
She went through
Jack
some intense shit during the filming.
Oh yeah, Shelley Long. Yeah, Shelley Long really. That movie really did kind of mess with Shelley's mind a little bit. And she said it was all Jack. She said Jack is the one that he played such a good scary person that it like literally just messed her up.
Yeah, he was, you know, when he comes to the shower and he says, "Here's Johnny."
Yeah, when he's busting open the doors. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your head.
All I have is a hatchet. Come out of the shower.
All right, coming in number 38 is a movie that is famous for the lady sitting in a restaurant faking an orgasm. When Harry Met
When
Sally.
Sally Met Hare. Yeah.
All right, let's see what she has
Yeah.
in store
Another one
for
of
us
my
on this
ultimate
one.
favorite movies. I love that movie. That one I will stop what I'm doing. Sit down and watch that movie.
That one's
I
a
love
sit
that
down
movie.
and watch it on. Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, Meg Ryan, Billy Crystal.
They're just
I like
funny.
Billy. I like Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal's one of my. You know, he just. I guess it's because he's he's like so New York.
Let's see what he does.
I love the City Slickers movies.
Oh, City Slickers, classics.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Great movies.
That's funny.
Yeah.
absolute classics.
Yeah.
And you can't go wrong with the City Slickers.
Those are really good. Yeah.
Open the door or I'm gonna throw rocks through your windows, you dumb whore.
That is Dean right there. That is Dean. I know that's.
I'm gonna get back to playing Skyrim, so I'm gonna leave the party now.
Oh wow, you're playing Skyrim.
Yeah, I picked it up like 3 days ago.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Cool. Yeah, I actually picked up the Xbox Game Pass for the PC. I'm very pleased with that. But we'll catch you, Oscar. We'll catch you.
Alright, see you,
Later, man. So, the next one on the list, coming in number 37, is Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
What?
You've never seen Doctor Strangelove?
Heading for the green.
I'm afraid to say no now.
Doctor Strangelove was Doctor Strangelove was a Stanley Kubrick film that it's kind of a parody, but it's not really a parody about the Cold War and stuff like that. And but the whole name, you know, it stars Peter Sellers and George C. Scott, and that's one of the things. One of the things is that's the whole line is Doctor Strangelove. Whole story, the whole tagline of the movie is, you know, Doctor Strangelove, or how I learned to stop worrying and love the nuclear or love the bomb. It's a good movie. If you haven't, I do recommend sitting down and checking it out.
Nice.
I don't see when you said parody. I
Well,
instantaneously said no.
It's not so much a parody as it's kind of one of those. It's satire. That's really what it is. That's what I meant to say. It's satire. It's satire on the Cold War and nuclear weapons.
Looks like this will be on the dance floor.
Okay.
He's got 12 feet to go here.
All right.
So,
I'll have to think about it.
Number 36, coming in at number 36, is one of my all-time favorite movies. It is a John Hughes movie starring Matthew Broderick, Mia Sara, Jennifer Grey, Alan Ruck, and it is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yes, Bueller. Which, if they ever make a repeat, Dean's chewing. But yeah, that is a movie that I will sit down and watch whenever it is on.
I haven't watched it in forever.
Nice work out there. That's your second.
Ferris Bueller
I like
is
it for the part where they're in the parade and he sings.
right.
I like that part.
His, 6 foot.
Oh, I love the whole, you know, trying to put the mileage on the Ferrari, try to take the mileage off the Ferrari by putting it in reverse.
Just put it in
Like,
reverse. It goes away.
yeah, like, no, that's not how that works. Look. You know, no, that's not how that works.
If that's how it worked, everybody would have less than 1,000 miles in their car.
Yeah.
This is true. I remember I rode in a car when I was
Bringing
like
things down to 4 under after that
15
one.
or 16, and it would only go in reverse. Something happened to the transmission; it would only go in reverse.
I've been in a couple of those cars.
Let's see.
I have definitely been in a couple of those cars.
It was scary.
All right, coming in number 35 is another Stanley Kubrick one with Malcolm McDonald in it, and one that I think is, I recommend it for people to watch all the time, just because it's a bit out there, and that's A Clockwork Orange.
All right, let's see what she does here.
It's
Horrible. I'm a horrible person. My cinematography.
Well, it's there again. It's kind of a take on how society. A take on society, really. I mean, the Malcolm McDonald runs a crew of hoodlums, and they break into this house and they rape and murder these people, and he gets sent to prison, and then he gets put in this new program, and essentially the programming is they brainwash him to be a good person.
All right, let's see how he does.
By putting him in this room and forcing his eyes to stay open at all times and watch this stuff, and it's a weird movie. Look, it's weird. One of those ones you got to watch once just so you can go, this is weird.
Okay, second shot here on the 4.
Okay, I get to say that a lot of times at work, so.
Yeah, well.
That's just weird.
You did move to Florida.
That's just weird.
You are in the weird capital of the USA right there.
I catch myself saying, what the fuck?
15 yards to go
all the time.
Look, I understand.
But actually, I've adopted CJ's thing of saying WTF, because it's much politer than saying what the fuck.
All right, coming in at number 34 is one that I've never seen, and it is American Beauty.
I didn't.
Oh, that's a good movie. Although it's kind of creepy now, but back then it was a good movie.
Well,
right now it's considered pedophile material, but you know.
Well, yes, and it's disturbing that Kevin Spacey's in it, considering all the shit that he's going.
Yep.
Let's see what he does here. 110 yards out.
Whatever happened? Well, I don't know.
Well, I mean, his career's pretty much over.
Coming in at number 33 is a favorite of mine. I don't know how many people have actually watched it, but it is The Great Fargo.
Going with the 9 iron.
Have you ever seen Fargo?
Good movie. Yeah, the TV show's good
I've
too.
seen Fargo. I like Fargo.
I love
really good too.
I have not watched the TV show.
Is it a takeoff from it?
Check it out. It's if you like the movie, you'll like the show.
I don't know. The guy with the other guy with the putting in the wood chipper and the thing, and I'm like, really? Seriously? This is what?
Yeah, the wood chipper.
This is a thing now? This is what we do?
The wood chipper is a classic. That is a classic scene.
That made Dr. Lee's career right there.
Looks like
the wood
this
chipper
one's
murder.
for the green.
I don't know if anybody knows who Dr. Lee is. He's a famous forensic
10-foot putt here.
scientist.
I think I've seen him.
He testified at the O.J. Simpson trial, if that rings any bells.
It does ring some.
Yeah. Well, she explained how blood got where it got and how it got there. And
all right.
Blood splatter.
So coming in number 32 is a film that would make Ash go.
Star Wars.
It is The Empire Strikes Back, which has a very famous misquoted quote.
Here we go, birdie putt coming up.
The famous quote, the famous quote of "No, I'm your father." No is not in that quote. It is just "I'm your father."
No, I'm your father.
Well done on
Even on this website, it says famous quote, "No, I'm your father." That's not right. That no's not there. I think later on, if I'm not mistaken, I think
She's putting.
Lucas later on went in and did put the no in there because he went back like a dozen damn times and added lines and did this. And
I've never heard the no.
he
I
really,
didn't even I didn't even know that was a thing.
I mean, they
He did
re
during the special edition where he even added Jabba the Hutt in when he was talking to Han Solo at
yeah,
the shipyard where he was getting ready to take off.
Okay, he's got
yeah.
2 feet
I mean,
to
he's
go here.
what? How many times has he gone in and don't they
How
have
do you
like
know that?
special
Safely hold
editions?
that putt.
Well,
Fine.
they did extra scenes, but it wasn't until the actual
Right now you are at
when
5
they
under.
made it official and launched the special edition is when they actually added it. But he only manipulated it a couple of times when they added extended scenes, but nothing
Teeing off
compared to when he
now
actually
on a short
announced that
par
they were
5.
coming out with the special edition. And even when they did the special edition, that is when they actually changed the song in Return of the
Looking
Jedi.
pretty good off the tee.
They
Added
did.
that ugly, stupid character in there that sings now and screams. And
All right,
Yeah,
let's see what she
yeah,
does
they
here on this
did.
one.
I remember that.
yeah,
So coming out,
they tried to make it more kid friendly when they did the special edition.
no, they added Jar Jar Binks too to make it more kid friendly. We won't talk about that.
Well, that was in Phantom Menace. That wasn't in
Yeah,
Return of the
I
Jedi,
know.
but still.
Everybody talks about what's the worst character ever in Star Wars, and
And let's see how this tee shot fares
I
for
don't
him.
dislike Jar Jar Binks. He just gets on my fucking nerves.
I
I
don't
mean,
suppose you.
that's just hey, I see a hydrate. I shall hydrate. What's up, Styles? What's up? What's up, Style? Y'all, welcome to the
He's just
stream. Welcome
about
to the
ready to
stream.
tee off. Let's see how he does.
But yeah, no, that's just my thing with him. Is I don't dislike him. It just annoys me with the speech pattern and the goofiness of how he is.
That kind of reminds me of a McCool person we once knew.
All right, coming in at number 31 is a movie that I think should be number one. But that's just me.
Here's our second
You're right,
shot of the
Styles.
fifth.
Stylish. Got to stay hydrated. Although I'm drinking a cherry vanilla Coke, so I don't know how healthy that hydration is, but but coming in at number 31 is an all-time classic of mine. I will sit down and watch it whenever it's on. It bombed in the box office, but is now a great cult classic, and that is The Princess's Bride.
What?
The Princess Bride, I think.
Yeah, The Princess's Bride.
I don't think it's
Right,
Princess
those
is. I
greens
think
today.
it's
Well, The
Done.
Princess Bride.
And
Yeah.
from around 200.
But yeah,
Sorry,
Are you
I don't mean to get
serious?
a stickler.
You would
Let's see
stop
what he
what
does
you're
here.
doing to watch that movie.
That's a
yes,
good
I
movie.
would. That is a classic. That is
That's
one
a
of the
good movie.
greatest cinematic films ever.
What's happening to my life right now?
That is one of the greatest cinematic films ever.
And they've chosen a hybrid on this one.
Funny story about that. I was listening to Gary Ellis talk about it, and he was talking about he was telling stories about it, and he was telling stories about Andre the Giant. He said Andre the Giant called everybody
This is around
boss.
210.
That was just his thing,
Pin.
And they bought Andre a 3-wheeler to get around, an ATV 3-wheeler. And he said Andre would drive all around the movie site, and he'd pull up to him. He goes, "Hey, boss, want to ride on my ATV?" He's like, "No, I'm good. He'd scoot off, and he'd come back. "Hey, boss, want to ride on my ATV?" And this happened like 5 or 6 times. And finally, he said, "Yeah, I'll ride on it." He got on it, and in minutes, he crashed and ended up hurting his foot. He was so worried that Rob Reiner was going to let him go because he had injured himself while they were filming, and they still had the big fight scene to film. And so he tried to play it off with a broken toe that he didn't have a broken toe, and Rob finally came back to him and said, "Hey, so I heard you broke your toe." He already knew. I mean, he knew before he even showed up on set, and he was like, "Yeah, well, this is what happened." And he said, "Well, take it easy. We'll try to finish filming. We'll gingerly film so that you don't aggravate that toe any more than it already."
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of a different movie. I've never watched this one.
You never watched it? This is the one where the famous line is "As you wish, princess," or also, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
No.
Or inconceivable. I keep using that word, but I don't think that word means what you think it means.
No, I've never. No.
It's a great. It starts off with.
According to this, I can watch it on Hulu.
You can watch it on Hulu. It starts off with Fred Savage.
Not sure what's going to go down here.
And he's being told a story by his grandfather because he's sick in bed, and he goes to tell him the greatest love story in the world. And at first he's like, I don't want to. And then he actually starts getting into it, and it's a great movie. It ranks right up there with another one that I will watch, and I think I watch it mostly because it's childhood nostalgia for me, is The Never-Ending Story.
I like The Never-Ending Story.
Down there to 7 under par.
All right.
Do you guys know the show Homeland?
I think I've heard
My
Homeland.
does.
I haven't watched it.
Watches it.
So I could not believe it when I found out, because I watched that show a lot and I love that movie. But Inigo Montoya is Saul in Homeland.
Yeah.
And if he sinks this,
I did not
well,
realize that
he's a huge actor. A lot of people don't, All right. Well, coming in at number 30 is another Jack Nicklaus classic, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, ultimate good movie.
Oh yeah,
love that movie.
She's got 3 feet to the.
That is a good one. With Nurse Ratched. Didn't they? Speaking of TV shows, haven't they made a TV show based off of Nurse Ratched now? Like Netflix or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I can't. Yeah, she goes off and she pursues herself as she gets a job in a crazy house, trying to get her brother out of the psycho ward. She tells a story, and it turns out that her brother is in the psycho ward that she blackmailed herself into getting a job at.
She's got to be one of the most despised movie characters of all time. Just absolutely hated.
She's a bitch in that movie.
Horrible
bitch.
Yeah, she is. She probably is one of the most despised. Speaking of Netflix original movies, I've been told that Queen's Gambit is an excellent Netflix film or show to check out. That it's very. Is it good?
Yeah.
That's the one where she's like a super chess player, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And at first they don't want her to play chess.
Well, of course, because she's like a woman, right? And it's set in like the early 1900s. So she's, she's all.
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're a woman. You can't be with men because you're a woman. Yeah. All right, coming in at number 29 is a friend of mine's absolute all-time favorite movie, and I do enjoy it myself. But he will talk hours about this movie to you if you get him started. And it is no. This is he's actually the godfather of my children.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
And a cigar smoking buddy, and we usher at church together. But it is Blade Runner.
Oh, that's a good movie. Yeah.
I've only seen bits and pieces of Blade Runner every now and then.
I enjoyed Blade Runner. I not seen the new one. I know they did a newer Blade Runner, an extension of it, like Blade Runner 2099 or something like that. But hey, chat, jump in. What do you think of these so far? Yeah, you liking this? You thinking these folks know what they're talking about, or do you feel that it's all straight hogwash? Some
Hogwash. That's a southern term.
that
I've
is a
heard that
southern.
more over here than I've ever heard it in my whole entire life.
It is a southern term. I ain't gonna lie. I am from the South. It's all right. I get to use those great southern terms like hogwash, and looky here, and over yonder,
Whippersnappers.
and whippersnappers.
Yeah.
Dan loves that whippersnapper.
I love it.
Some of these movies I think should have been higher up on the list, but it is what it is. Anyways, coming in at number 28 is a classic movie with Dustin Hoffman. And no, you know, I bet that one's harder. No, this one deals with Mrs. Robinson.
Is it the Graduate?
It is The Graduate.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
Yeah. Those are both great movies, though.
They are. Tootsie was a great movie.
Oh, that almost went down.
Ooh. Close. So close, Judy.
So close, but so far away.
All right, coming in at number 20.
No, I'm not CJ.
Coming in at number 27 is another all-time favorite of mine. Starring an all-star cast that weren't quite all-stars at the time. Look at CJ.
See what I mean?
Look at CJ.
what I mean?
CJ said, let me show you how it's done. Anyways, coming in at number 27 is the great John Hughes film, The Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah.
Which I believe, did not me, you, and CJ discuss something about The Breakfast Club a while back on a stream? We were talking about something, Molly Ringwald movies or something of that sort.
Yeah. 16 Candles was my very first Molly Ringwald movie that I ever watched.
And let's see, he's setting up now,
I was,
2-footer.
I just love the whole movie. I love the movie. I still like the movie.
I can't.
And then she made, what was the next one? Was it Pretty in Pink?
Okay.
I think Pretty in Pink might have been the next one. I can't think of what my very first Molly Ringwald film. I want to say it might have been Breakfast Club, and then I kind of went back and caught other stuff. Okay. And she's in something nowadays too.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, she just like last year or a couple years ago.
She plays in Riverdale.
Riverdale. That's yeah.
What's Riverdale?
She was playing Luke Perry's wife in Riverdale. Riverdale is basically, it's a Netflix original. It comes from, it's basically the Archie comics, where you have Betty, Jughead, Veronica, Archie.
Yeah.
But they've added a modern twist to it. So it's not a bad show. But they introduced Molly Ringwald into the mix where she plays Luke Perry's wife, and which is Archie's mom.
Right.
So a nice drive
which
out
that's
on
that's a sad. Speaking of Luke Perry, that was a very sad. Yeah, that was a very sad thing too.
Yeah, they did a very nice tribute on Riverdale when he passed away, because they were actually, he passed away while they were filming the series for Riverdale for that season.
All right, let's see what she does off the tee here.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but
he's talented. A lot of people didn't give him credit because of some of the things that he did after Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah, he did
drugs and stuff, but I mean, he bounced back really, really well.
And he did.
I mean, he made a name for himself, but it's a shame that he died way too early.
He did. You know, I loved him in 8 Seconds. Thought that was an excellent film. Mm-hmm. You know, it's I don't know. It's unfortunate he had some things go on in his life, but look, that's like Robert Downey Jr. though. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. had he went way the hell off the deep end with drugs and all that. Now look at him now. No,
he was a cokehead for a while, wasn't he?
He was in everything he had for a while.
And then he
They were
became Iron
considered
Man.
the bad boys. They were what
Yeah,
they called the bad boys. There was a trio of them.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen.
Go out there, champ.
Well, you know, I don't always blame the actors when it comes to that, because, I mean, I look at the cast of 90210, and, I mean, they hyped that show so much, made it popular, and they just lived off of those kids' fame, because, I mean, even though they were in their, late teens, early 20s, I mean, they were still kids, I mean, so really... I wouldn't blame them for their a lot of their issues. I mean, they were pressured into it.
They were trying to get through life.
Yeah,
but
no.
They were trying to get through life. They didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, Jason Priestley. I mean, he's done so many different things. He's a producer, director, an actor, musician. I mean, he is again, a B-list. He's a B-list actor, but I mean, he's done so much. And,
oh yeah. No, I don't fault any of the Hollywood children actors that have gone through stuff like that, because I've heard stories. Every one of them tells the same story. That even though they were, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, they're constantly being, here, take this drug, or here, do this, or like,
stay awake.
Well, they just said that the drug scene is prevalent. It's like, if you're not doing drugs at a Hollywood party, then you're not at a Hollywood party. It's just
some of them were being molested.
Well, and that's what Sorrel Moon Fry said, the girl that played Punky Brewster.
Yeah.
She, one of the reasons that she said she got a breast reduction is because at 15 years old, she looked like a full-grown woman, and she had Hollywood executives, grabbing her ass and going, hey, you're pretty hot. How about me and you? And she's like, I'm fucking 15.
Yeah.
It's just,
I think one of the best child actors that managed to actually squeak out of that without having any issues at all is the one that played Blossom, and she went to college, got her doctorate.
Oh yeah.
She was the only one
smart.
on Big Bang Theory that actually had a doctorate.
Yeah, she has a legitimate.
Wicked smart.
Yeah, she has a legitimate PhD in fucking.
She's an Orthodox Jew.
Yep.
Yeah.
But she is so talented. Smart. I mean, she's getting back into acting. I mean,
she is.
Big Bang Theory got her back on stage, and now she's got another show. And she's just she's fantastic. I mean, she's making a name for herself yet again.
Right.
And people didn't think that she would be able to make a comeback. If it wasn't for Big Bang Theory and her playing Amy Farrah Fowler, I don't know if she would actually make it back on top, to be honest.
I mean, Big Bang Theory definitely put her back. But yeah, I mean, she is, like Judy said, she is wicked smart.
She is.
I have read some of her papers that she wrote in Science Magazine, like Science Weekly and stuff like that. And yeah, she's.
This is posted somewhere. I can't remember.
Yeah, she. I mean,
a work of art, pretty much.
I'm like, oh my god.
She raises. They did a special on her. She raises. She has 2 children, I think now, but she doesn't raise them Hollywood style. She doesn't do anything Hollywood style.
No,
she raises
and
them at home in a small house. She keeps everything very, very, very realistic.
Well, and she also got into a real big argument because she was all for mothers breastfeeding children until, 2 or 3 years old. Women came out and were like, "Oh my God, that's disgusting!" Blah 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 blah. She's like, "No, it's natural." People in other countries, their children breastfeed until the child weans himself off it. It's not. It's unnatural to the American lifestyle, but it's not unnatural. They tried
the modern American lifestyle.
Yeah, they tried to give her a shit ton of damn backlash for it, and she just destroyed him with science.
Yeah.
She did.
I mean, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for her.
Oh, I have
really
nothing
do.
but respect for her.
As a person, the whole 9 yards.
You know,
She's an amazing person.
And even to the point where I think she's helping. If I'm not mistaken, I read somewhere where she's helping the girl that played Six. She's actually helping her out because she had some rough stuff in her life, and she's
she's had so many eating disorders. I mean, they even singled that out even in the Blossom show. She had an eating disorder back then.
Okay, looks like she's ready to go here.
I mean, she has gone through so much in her life. I mean,
right.
But family issues and then her disorders. It's just been crazy.
And that's the thing, I can never pronounce Blossom's real name, but she has been by her side the whole time through that, from what I understand. Mm-hmm. She's so. I mean, that's kind of a cool thing too. All right. Well, coming in at number 26 is a classic
14 feet to the cup.
That I have to admit I've never seen. I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen it. I know the songs from it, but I've never seen it. And it stars Gene Kelly and Donald O'Connor and Debbie Reynolds.
Dancing in the rain or
singing in the rain.
Singing in the rain.
Yes. Singing. I know it was something. Yeah, I've seen
it.
Now, I have never seen it, but listen to a podcast called The Way I Heard It by Mike Rowe. And he actually goes into he has a whole podcast on how Gene Kelly did that whole, where he's in the rain with the umbrella and everything. He was sick as a dog with a fever when he was doing that. And they were trying to tell him, well, you need to be laying down and this, that, and the other. But he, he continued to film it.
Yeah, he did it with several takes too, so that didn't help much either.
No.
So, I mean, he was just getting sicker and sicker. But, if you look at it, the way that they pieced it together, it never looked like he was actually sick when he was dancing.
No, it was great, camera work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and folks in chat, we are now into the top 25. Coming in at number 25 is The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music.
Oh, yeah.
I will sit down and watch this film every time. I'm not going to lie. This is one of my favorites. I'm not a huge musical fan, but this is one that I will watch.
Well, I mean, Julie Andrews. I mean, it's.
And that'll keep you at
her legs were insured for over $1 million.
I can imagine.
That's a true fact. How I know that fact, I don't know. It's up in that department of my brain that says, "Oh, there's a whole bunch of useless information." Pop that one out.
See now.
Commercial for the legs.
Now I didn't know that was the quote that everybody grabs. It said the famous quote out of the movie is when the Lord closes the door, somewhere He opens a window.
Okay, let's give it a nice.
Now I didn't know that was the quote that would become famous out of that.
Well, Mother Superior said that actually.
Well,
it was
yeah.
Mother Superior.
I know they covered it.
My mother used to say it.
I think she was. I think it was after. I think it was after she sang "How Do You."
My
Say
dad used to just say, "Close the door and the window. I'm not paying to eat. We'll be outside."
I used to tell my kids, "Close the door. The flies don't pay rent."
I'm sure CJ and Judy's heard that before. I mean, you guys are from the same age as I am. You had your parents tell you, "In or out, pick one."
Yeah. Stay there for at least 25 minutes.
My parents still do it with their cats because they go outside on the back porch.
Let's see what she's got
my dad would tell me all the time. All right, it's 7:00 in the morning. I don't want to see you again till lunch. Get lost.
It was actually funny. I used one of my parents' lines against them one time when we were going to medieval times, and we had a van full of people. And my dad started kicking the seat of somebody else's spot, and they were all doing, "I'm hungry. Are we there yet?" We hadn't even left we just left the driveway, so it was pretty
don't
much
make me
like,
pull this over.
"I'm gonna turn this around. We're gonna go right back home." And they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you remember."
You know,
my dad used to slam on the brakes before there were seatbelts, and we'd all come flying forward. He goes, "Next time, I'll get out of the car."
yeah. Look. I don't know how many times we pulled over on the side of the road because I was, my dad pulled right over on the side of the road. We ain't going anywhere till you straighten your ass up. But CJ, I hate to say this. I've never been to a medieval times.
Neither have I.
Would be
I've
fun.
always wanted to go.
It's quite enjoyable.
I wonder if they have them here.
Oh yeah, you're in Orlando. They got one in Orlando. They got a huge one in Orlando. You're close to Orlando. But yeah, no, I've never been to a medieval times. I've wanted to go. I mean, I'm all about nights. Oh yeah, they're probably horribly expensive. But I mean, I'm all about nights and the medieval stuff like that, and I don't know why I've never been yet.
For adults, it's like $60 a person.
But you get you get a big ass meal though, right?
Yeah, the food is not. I mean, you get a half chicken, you get a huge honking rib, you get soup, you get a potato and garlic bread. But I mean, the meal the meal is huge, but the entertainment is exciting. I mean,
right?
They really put on a show, and
look,
and
it's
even
live
before
jousting.
The show, you have the you pretty much have you get to have pictures taken with the cast and stuff like that, and depending on when you go, you can even if you go for the late show, you actually can stay for the after party, which is just a huge party where you get to mingle with all of them. But I mean, it's such a spectacular show. It's about 2.5 hours long, and they get the crowd going, and believe it or not, you actually have to call the girl servers wenches, and they will call you lords or sire, and
I heard they really do play that up.
Oh yeah. You feel uncomfortable saying it, but they will say no. It's expected for you to say it. Even though you don't feel comfortable saying it. But I mean, they really capture the atmosphere, and it is a spectacular show. I mean, I've gone a few times, and I've always loved it. I mean, you never you cheer for your night and stuff. Most of the times that we went, our night won for some reason. I don't know, but the show is spectacular. I mean, the things that they pull off, and they change it up every now and then. It's not always the same type of thing. They'll add a little bit more to a story, that sort of thing. So, but still tremendous event.
Right. I know they and they really do. I mean, they do play up on the whole Black Knight and good guys, and look, just to see live jousting would be a very amazing, interesting thing. Because
you also get to see the Falcons, because they do a Falcon show. So what I like about it is, while you're waiting for the show to start, you can see inside the stable, so you can see all the horses that they use and their names. You get to see the Falcons up close as well, so you get to see a lot of different things while you're there before you even go and see the show. And sometimes you'll see some of the knights come out, and they'll talk a little bit, and then they'll have the queen, the king, and the princess come out, and it's really spectacular to see. And then they'll sit in the throne and the whole bit, and discuss how the show works and stuff. And then during the thing, if there's a lot of like anniversaries or birthdays, they will announce it, and they'll even have it in a scroll. It's pretty interesting. So
Yeah, I mean, I heard that it.
2 feet left.
I heard it's very well done. It's very it's a good show.
the amount of practice that they put in to put on that show, and like they are literally hitting each other with the like it's sword on sword, it's joust on joust, it's like the impacts are they're real. I mean, they're not faking it. You see sparks flying when they are using swords. I mean, which it is really realistic.
Which is amazing because people died back in the day during jousting events. It's a very dangerous sport. But yeah, I mean, I always heard it was expensive, but I heard you get 65. You get what you pay for. That's know.
I don't mind paying for some as long as I think it's worth. And if it sounds like it's absolutely worth it. So
I mean,
it is. I mean, some people may not think it is, but it is absolutely worth it. I mean, some people might be skeptical at first, but once you see the actual show and such, and I mean, it's just absolutely
that'll work.
Mind blowing just to see the
and let's see
how it's so organized and so thought out. I mean, watching them joust and watching them go against each other and having different little fights and stuff. It's real. Like you see Merlin come out, and I mean the things that they do.
Make a good anniversary present or a good.
It does. A lot of people go for anniversaries or birthdays. Or stuff like that. And I think if you go for a special event like that, they make a big hullabaloo about it.
Yes.
Like you get a special, like crown or something. They make a big spectacle of it. But it's
like they put on a show for it and stuff like that. Like I said, if there's a lot of birthdays and anniversaries, they'll have it written on a scroll, and you'll hear the king stand up, and he'll start reading from the parchment, and it's just it's spectacular on the things that they do while they're there, and they make sure that like the birthday people or anniversaries are pretty much right in the front so people can see them and such. And I mean, it's huge. If you have a large party, they'll make sure that you're sitting together depending on which night.
Dan, you got robbed.
I mean, I think $60 for
open the door or I'm gonna throw rocks through your windows, you dumb whore.
Every time Dean's on, I'm gonna have to raise the price of that Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
But no,
you watching the stream now?
Yeah, T-War just redeemed the Dr. Phil thing.
Oh,
but yeah, no, I heard it is definitely worth the price for it.
That's good. Okay, what number are we on?
We are on number 24, and the famous quote from this movie is, "You're going to need a bigger boat." Jaws.
Love that movie. I would not get in a pool or go in the water for like 8 years, but I love that movie.
Look, I understand. To this day, I still, every time I go to the beach, I think to myself, is today the day I die?
I'm always nervous going into the ocean. Always.
We used to go to what they call like lagoons. The Koalina in Hawaii when we lived here. We used to go to Koalina. And there was a Disney resort, and they had 4 lagoons. We always went to either 4 or 2. Right after I left, my niece was
still there. What are you doing, boy?
I left and came home.
Everybody, I apologize for that. My son is going nuts.
I've never seen a shark, but we used to love the green sea turtles. Used to come.
He's crazy. He's a crazy boy, y'all.
Sea turtle, you could snorkel. We used to snorkel in there. You'd be in there for hours, wouldn't even realize it, because you've been in this water for so long. But the fish and it's amazing. It's amazing.
When I first went down to the Keys, and we went to John Pinkerton or John, starts with a P. I forget the next name. But we went down there and I went snorkeling, and
this next putt for him,
man, that crystal clear water down in the Keys, and the coral reefs and the tropical fish and the barracudas and all this stuff look, they had to drag me onto the boat because I was lost. I was like, oh, this is I could just float here forever.
I never swam in the ocean. Swam in.
I did go shark diving though. I did I did do the cage diving.
There's not really an ocean close to you. You got the Great Lakes. Lake Ontario, right?
No, I'm actually in between Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, and I wouldn't swim in either one of them because, especially Lake Ontario, because it's over polluted, like extremely.
Yeah, look, I swam in.
It's like three head
I swam in Lake Ontario, but that was in the '80s when I was growing up.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend swimming in it. Now, like there's been, especially at this time of year when it's really, really hot and humid, it'll start to have bacteria.
She's got 2 feet.
And
oh yeah,
and stuff. It's very.
I still have family that live in Rochester. They say that certain days when it gets hot, when the wind blows from a certain direction, Lake Erie stinks of shit.
Oh, it does because it's right on the steel mill is right there too.
One of the best ones to actually swim in would be Lake Superior.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that.
Northern Lake Michigan is really nice.
So coming in at number 23 is a movie that I have never seen, but I know it's a classic, and it is Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh, I've seen it. I like it.
With Peter O'Toole and Alec Guinness. Yeah. So moving along, moving right along.
7-iron on display here.
Number 22 is a classic that every time my wife hears a certain song, she can think of only this movie, and it is Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Clarice.
What's the song?
Goodbye Horses.
Oh.
Where Buffalo Bill is sitting there in the house and he tucks his stuff between his legs and does the line,
tucks his stuff between his legs.
Puts the lotion on the skin.
No, that's the line where he's sitting there, he's dancing in the little silk thing, and he's got the twig and berries between his legs, and he goes, "Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me."
Yeah, we shouldn't talk about this one too much. Dean might get too excited too.
That's a great approach.
Yeah, this is true.
The whole skin thing. I just caught that. Yeah. CJ sneaking that one in there. Congratulations.
And the guy who played Buffalo Bill actually played the police captain in the TV show Monk.
Yeah, he also played it in Fast and Furious.
All right, on the next.
You're right. Yep, that's right.
On to the next movie.
On to the next movie. We have lingered here too long. I can hear. Moving on to the next movie is another Jack movie. It is the classic Chinatown. I have to say, I've never seen this Nicholson movie.
I have. I'm really hoping that they are going to be putting one of his movies higher up, and I think everyone knows what movie I'm referring to here. So
yeah, we shall see. But this stars Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway, directed by Roman Polanski, who isn't he the one?
Husband of Sharon Tate.
Husband of Sharon Tate, who got murdered by the Manson family.
And was having a sexual relationship with like a 13-year-old girl.
Slid that in there, didn't he?
He did. He just.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We are in the top 20, ladies and gentlemen. Top 20. Coming in at number 20 is a classic Christmas movie. It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh Oh, now see, yeah,
to go
that should
down
have
to
been,
12
yeah,
under
that should have
par.
been like
Wow.
2 or 3 though. That has so
Judy,
many life lessons in it. I love that movie. Love
Judy
it. Love
said
it. Love
that
the story.
movie should
Oh
have
my
been a
god.
lot higher.
Oh, it's such a cute movie.
It is. It is a classic. It's
Such a, when you watch a movie, what I look for is the dialogue, the speeches or the conversations in the movie. I love hearing good conversations, and he just has so many good conversations in that movie.
well, and the movie itself is good too. He's standing on the bridge, about to throw himself off, and he's like, "Nobody's gonna care because I don't mean anything." And the guy's like, "Oh, wait, hold on, come here, come with me."
Let me show you something.
Oh yeah, well
Don't we
played
always say I
in
had
there
that kind of
for
guardian
the
angel?
bird.
If you want to see a movie with a lot of good conversation, Dumb and Dumber.
No, that's not good
So
conversation.
good movie.
Yeah, a lot of good kids. That is the
That's
absolute
like having a
opposite of good.
conversation with, you know.
That is the absolute opposite of good conversation.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
Frank Capra, he did such amazing things with, It's a Wonderful Life, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Oh yeah.
I mean, huge, huge.
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington was such a good movie.
It was.
It
Even
was.
though,
It was. It
it
was a
was a
classic.
good movie.
And for her birdie.
The
It
line in
really
that
is a
movie.
classic. So,
Okay.
all right, coming in at number 19 is one me and CJ talked about a few times, and it is one of my favorite movies.
And that
But
will
I have a soft spot for gangster films.
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. It is Goodfellas,
Okay, he's got 2 feet to go here.
and I love Joe. I love
And that
Think I'm a
puddle
jokester?
yeah that Pesci. I love Pesci with that. Oh, I'm funny to you. I make you laugh.
I love that line.
He just
Just
and
doing
he flips the switch like that, and
yeah, like nothing.
it's
He just
Well,
does
I
it like
mean,
nothing.
I mean it's like
look who else he has, though. I mean, he has Ray Liotta in the
oh
movie.
yeah, De Niro, Liotta. I mean
and
that's a
12 under is your
there
current
again.
score.
That's a star-studded film itself.
I mean, there's
It is.
so much,
We're on the 12th
and
hole of
that's
this
the
one
thing.
now.
I mean, even with gangster movies, there like depending on the gangster movie, there's so much talent in those movies. I mean, it's the same thing like The Godfather, Wise Guys, Casino. I mean, these movies are iconic, but I mean, look at the cast that they have with these. I mean,
Right. Well, we talked about this before. Certain movies,
Fairway off the tee.
if you take the cast out and put other people in, the movie doesn't.
Wouldn't have
You're
been
not
that
going to
good.
have the movie that you had with it. So, fun fact
At the
about
end, yeah.
Scorsese's movie here: up until The Wolf of Wall Street, it led by having the most f bombs in any movie at 300 times. The Wolf of Wall Street broke that record by coming in with a whopping 596 times that the F word was used.
On this hole.
I could
it's a
break
word that
in a
gets
shift
used
at work.
way too often, in my opinion.
It is.
I wonder
Oh,
how many times per minute that word is used.
At
I
my
think that would
job?
be difficult to actually to come up with. 'Cause, I
Well,
mean,
no,
it would have to
well,
be trillions.
I love Judy.
No.
Judy's like at my job,
Hold on.
like every
No,
second.
I mean, in A Wolf of Wall Street, how long is the movie and how many times was the word used?
I think Wolf of Wall Street is what, 2 hours long?
Yeah,
So
something like
break it
that.
down into 120 minutes divided by 500.
Now we're
Every
just
3
getting,
seconds.
yeah. Now we're just mathemacating. I don't want to do that no more.
I'm
We're gonna put
sorry,
the
but
bored
I'm a
chatters to sleep
mathematician.
at that point in
I
time.
do the
Yeah,
math.
chatters.
I don't want to mathemacate. I don't like mathemacating.
Right, that's what. I'm sorry, it's where my mind goes
Poor
automatically.
chatters are gonna
Just do
boo
the
us
math.
now because we're talking about
Hey,
math.
look,
And
I
all
understand. I understand.
I know.
All right, coming in number 18 is a Woody Allen film, Annie Hall.
Oh, really? Woody Allen? Oh, yeah.
So
Wait, no. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Does
Go out
thou detect a dislike of Woody Allen?
I like Woody
Absolutely.
Allen. I like Woody Allen.
So
I think his movies are funny.
so
He
we
does a movie called The Mall. I love it. I think it's freaking
So,
hilarious.
chatters, we have two sides here. We have a Woody Allen fan, and we have a Woody Allen disliker. Now, I'm willing to let y'all.
It's the conversation.
I was going to say, I'm willing to let y'all air your reasons as to why you like him and why you don't like him. I'm kind of curious here. I mean, personally,
being a pedophile, I like his movies.
Well, he didn't he marry his adopted daughter or something like that?
Judy said his movies is great, his personality could trash.
The personal life, his movies were great, but his personal
as
life,
a person, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't dislike Woody Allen's movies. You dislike Woody Allen.
No,
so
I don't
really
dislike
care
Woody
for some
Allen.
of his
I don't
movies.
care about him
one
way or the other.
He kind of reminds me, I hate to put it this way, but he kind of reminds me of Will Ferrell. I mean, neither one of them weren't.
Get out! They're not even in the same category. Fuck. There I go again. Fuck.
Going back to A Wolf of Wall Street, it's approximately 4 to 5 F-bombs per minute.
I just heard Judy absolutely freaking explode.
Get out! They're not even in the same category. Will Ferrell's
in my
a
opinion,
fuck
I think they are. I think they're both lousy actors. I'm sorry. I was never a fan of Woody Allen. I mean,
Woody Allen can carry a conversation for like hours. Will Ferrell can't even carry a conversation 2 steps.
They're both lousy actors. I'm sorry.
Oh,
in my opinion,
my.
I don't think either one of them were great.
Hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Apparently, my opinion is wrong, though. But whatever.
No, it's not wrong because it's your opinion. It's your absolutely. I love.
Not according to you.
I love a good debate.
You're just flying off the handle because I said him and Will Ferrell. I mean, you just literally exploded. So apparently, my opinion really doesn't.
I don't think she really cares for Will Ferrell. Look,
hold on a second.
I don't really care for Will Ferrell.
But nobody would really argue that Will Ferrell's a good actor. It's just about whether he makes you laugh or not.
He doesn't make me laugh. I mean, Will Ferrell is a lousy actor. I mean, he is an overactor. He's loud, obnoxious, and his movies suck. I mean, I'm sorry.
I'm 100%, almost like 98% with CJ on this. I don't have any use for Will Ferrell. I would not go out of my way to watch one of his movies.
I can't get behind CJ completely on this because I like Talladega Nights.
You like Talladega.
I like the other guys. I thought that was
bad, but I think, I mean, for one movie out of how many he's done, I'm sorry, I can't justify it.
Look, and CJ's, I probably gonna get the slack from CJ from this, but I kind of like Elf.
Oh, come on!
I actually kind of like Elf too.
Oh,
sorry. I'm sorry. Look. I'm sorry.
Oh, life is just gone. What the fuck is happening right now?
Sorry. Look,
Chatters, please. If there's something there that you can slap Maverick, by all means, do something to slap him. Because I mean, Alf. I mean, God,
no. Hey, all right.
I thought Step Brothers was pretty funny.
Look. Chat. Will Ferrell, yes or no, chat?
Become best friends.
Yes or no, chat? Will Ferrell, is he a good actor? Is he a trash actor?
Jesus.
No. Let's go to chat with that. Chat. Will Ferrell, decent actor or absolute trash actor? Go ahead and let me know in chat.
Call it a day.
All right, move.
I wouldn't say decent actor. I would barely even say actor at this point in time. But
hold on, I don't know how appropriate this is, but one of my favorite parts is.
No one's talking to you.
All right, I'll skip it.
Shush.
All right.
Shush.
CJ said your talking rights have been removed. Hush. All right, moving on.
No.
Good Lord, what the hell's the matter with you?
Coming in at number
Get you a
17.
golf ball or something out on
Hey
the court.
CJ, hey CJ.
Shush.
Do we just become best friends?
No.
Coming in at number
Bad
17
chance now.
is a movie that me and CJ talked about the other day, a while back. It has one of my favorite quotes in it. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It is Apocalypse Now. No, Apocalypse Now.
Oh,
Apocalypse Now.
Oh.
The only reason why he's remembering this is because I gave Maverick crap because he forgot that Marlon Brando played.
I did forget Marlon Brando was in it. I remembered Martin Sheen and Robert Duvall,
I'm a big fan
but
of
I
his.
forgot that Brando was in it.
Taking this one with
I like
9
Marlon
iron.
Brando. Always have.
Oh yeah, this one's heading for the green.
I don't know how the hell you could forget about him because of the fact that he was actually the one he was going after.
Right.
He's like, I don't remember.
So, there you go, CJ. CJ, here we go. We were talking about Val Kilmer, okay? Now, where's your take on Val Kilmer's The Island of Dr. Monroe? With Brando playing the Doctor and Val Kilmer. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
This one's 6 feet away.
For a reason.
No,
right.
I just never. I've never actually watched that one. I know it's bad. I've heard it's really, really good, but I've never actually watched that one.
That's going.
To be honest.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
you know, one of my other favorites that was actually in Apocalypse Now is Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper is in that. Yes, he is.
Speed.
And a 5-foot putt for him.
Well, not just speed, but I mean, he was the photographer, the very obnoxious photographer in Apocalypse Now. But I mean,
no, he does play.
Yeah.
And that putt drops.
He does
I thought
play
he did very
a lot
well
of
in Speed. I thought, you know,
he did. He plays a really good bad guy. I mean, even in Waterworld, for all the shit that movie got, you know, Hopper played a
crap movie. I mean, it really is a crappy movie. It's a very crappy overproduced movie.
It's Mad Max on the water. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but the worst part is, I mean, they had so much talent, and they really didn't utilize the talent.
You know what really sucks?
Kevin Costner, Dennis Hopper. I mean, you know.
Now, you say it's a bad movie. Try watching it with one eye, because I had just gotten contacts, and my dad went, "Hey, let's go watch this movie with Kevin Costner." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." Well, in the movie theater, I lost the contact, so I'm having to watch this movie with like one eye.
So it was worse with just one eye?
Yeah, it was pretty bad with one eye.
CJ's like, I wish I had 0 eyes.
What was the name of the movie that Dennis Hopper was in?
Mr. Step Brothers, man, so just pipe down over there.
he said like Mr. Peabody, quiet you.
You're not
Dennis Hopper. What movie Dennis Hopper was?
Because you like Step Brothers, so you know, pipe down over there.
What movie was it called? What movie was Dennis Hopper in? Where he lived in some town in Texas. He was married. He had a wife, but he didn't want her to leave the house. Something happened, and he put glass tiles on the floor to see where she walked and where she went. Does anybody remember? They were in a town in Texas somewhere.
No, I don't remember that one.
Oh my God, it was a horror. Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember that one. All right, well, coming in at number 16 is a classic based off a book, and it is To Kill a Mockingbird.
That's a good movie.
Oh, you can
pipe down
never
over
go
there,
wrong with that movie. Can never go wrong with that movie.
No, there again, I forget. Robert Duvall was in that one.
Mm-hmm. It was a good movie.
All right, we are in the top 15. Coming in at number 15. It's a good movie, but I can't stand it because I was forced to watch it as a kid. And it is the classic Gone with the Wind.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's good. I mean,
I need
sometimes they overplay it, but I mean,
well,
Yeah.
I need to go back as an adult and watch the movie. I couldn't watch it. Look, as a kid, every time it came on the TV, my mom would watch this movie. And anybody that grew up in the 80s knows most of the time you had one TV in the house and you didn't have control of the television.
that's right.
What your parents watched is what you watched. And if you didn't like it, you can go your ass to your room or you can go your ass outside or you can sit there and watch the damn movie and shut your ass up. Those were your options.
The only time you got control of it is the Saturday morning cartoons when the parents were sleeping in.
That's right. Saturday morning was your day. If you had a cool dad like mine, he would get up, turn on the cartoons, and eat cereal and shit with you. So you had that kind of thing. But I was forced to watch this movie as a kid, and it's one of those like I despise it for that, and it's probably not a good thing to despise it for. You know, and now I have to go back and watch it because I have to see the part where they're dancing, and have my wife point out her relatives.
Let's see what he does.
So now, I need to at least see the dancing scene so she can go, there they are, there they are. I mean, I do love the end, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. I'll use that line, people.
Well, it's such an iconic line,
tee
though.
off.
I mean,
Let's see what happens here with him.
Yeah, Or their famous quote they have on there is, though, from Scarlet. I can't think about that right now. If I do, I'll go crazy. I'll think about that tomorrow.
This one's in the fairway.
Yeah, that was a pretty good line, too.
Which just sounds like an excuse to me. But I might use it.
Dan will probably use because, he watched Step Brothers, but...
All right, here's our
you
shot
were never
on
living that
13.
down, dude. Ever. No matter what.
Oh, my.
Nope,
Poor Dan. He's gonna be like
Yeah,
he's gonna be like Rodney Dangerfield. He's just gonna get no respect from now on.
Hey, I still
why would
stand
we
by
want to
the
give
fact
him
that was a
respect
good movie.
because of Step Brothers? I mean, come on. Jesus, Murphy.
All right, coming in at number 14, I have sat on the same bench that this man has been on in Savannah, Georgia. It is Forrest Gump.
As soon as you said I sat on a bench that he sat on it, I knew it was Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Captain Dan.
Of course, we have, that's an iconic line right now for us because, Dan threw out, he likes Step Brothers. So, I mean, weren't expecting that either. So.
I thought you were going to say, Mama always said, stupid is and stupid does.
Yeah.
Well, that too, when it comes to...
comes out of the house and he sits down on the porch with the young Forrest Gump and he says, well, your mama just wants the best for you. And he goes,
yeah, starts making the sex sounds and he's like, yeah.
It's like
Dan I love
watches Will Ferrell.
So speaking of Forrest Gump, Hyde, who is in a Scream team I'm in, that's what we've got his character doing now. We're actually talking about his character. We're going to Photoshop him into doing, he's going to be like Forrest Gump. He's going to be at Woodstock. He's going to be at a Hitler speech giving Hitler the finger. And he's going to be sitting there watching the Hindenburg crash and just in all these weird little throughout because, anything after 1885, because that's, when his character was created. So coming in at number 13 is one of my favorite movies. I liked 1, 2, and 3. I did not care for 4, and I don't understand why the hell there's going to be a 5. But it is Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, they started going downhill after 3.
Oh, no, they didn't start going downhill after 3. They fucking plummeted after 3.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really didn't like 3 all that much, but I mean, it wasn't as bad as 4. I mean, 4 was just ferocious.
Yeah, I didn't. My problem with 4 is I felt they stretched a little too far, and I still can't forgive them for the getting in the fucking refrigerator and surviving a nuclear blast. It just,
And 6 feet to go.
I'm sorry. It's just, I can't. No, I can't.
Oh, again, again, that's the thing. I mean, it's the same thing when, a series goes too far. People always wonder, well, how far can be too far? I mean,
Well,
there's so many different examples of that they shouldn't have continued with the series,
About 4 feet.
Like, no
my
offense, I'm looking at Fast and the Furious right now. Fast and the Furious, they've pushed it way too far.
yeah. Don't
Well,
worry.
Van
It's
Diesel doesn't have anything else to do.
well, don't worry. It's coming to an end.
Well
He
done.
said that they're
Well,
not.
yeah, but this is the thing that kills me. This is the guy who said he doesn't do sequels, and he's done almost every damn version of Fast and Furious.
Okay,
And he
Well,
went back
but
and did
look,
another movie of Triple X. So, I mean, for a
look,
guy that said he
look.
would never do sequels, he's certainly changed his views on that.
But look, let's look at it this way. He was in the Fast and the Furious. He was not in Too Fast, Too Furious. It did all right. Tokyo Drift had absolutely nothing to do with any damn buddy. And
No, but he was in it at the end. He did a
he
cameo.
was, yeah, he did a cameo at the end. And it wasn't bad, but it.
And here we go.
That one was terrible.
In front of us.
Wow.
Well, I think
Okay.
I think 2 and 3 were pretty bad. I mean, between Tokyo Drift and Too Fast, Too Furious. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Paul Walker was in the second one, so it wasn't too bad. But then they introduced, Roman, and I don't know.
I mean, my biggest issue with the third one was the fact that they basically had high school kids as like crime lords of Japan.
Yeah,
that was kind of obnoxious.
It was. I mean, yeah. But you got to
I've
meet.
only seen one.
You got to meet Han, though. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you got to meet one of. And I have to, regardless. I mean, I think Han is really good. I mean, to have him in some of the other movies, I think it made a huge difference. But to actually get a backstory of him in Tokyo Drift,
right.
I thought that was pretty good. But other than that, I mean, it kind of flopped. So.
But yeah, it did. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about it.
Ready to let her rip? Let's see.
All right. Well, coming in at number 12 is a classic we talked about in trivia, as a matter of fact. And it involves a certain car hitting 88 miles an hour.
Oh, Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. With Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, the very lovely Leah Thompson.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, Christopher Lloyd, again, another iconic.
Jim from Taxi. But no,
don't get me wrong. I love Michael J. Fox. I mean, he's talented. He's been in a lot of TV shows and movies. Dealing with his illness.
Parkinson's. Yeah.
It's amazing on how far he's come with dealing with Parkinson's disease. I mean, it's like amazing.
CJ, the famous quote that Hollywood Reporter put on there is,
"Oh, it must be when this car hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit."
Yep, if my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit. But no, and I say the ever lovely Leah Thompson because I was a young kid when I originally saw Back to the Future, but I think she's a very, and to this day she still is kind of. I think she's a very lovely lady.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very pretty lady. Oh, coming in at number 11 is the original Star Wars.
See, I'm one of those rules. No, you shouldn't have more than one Star Wars in the thing. That's just stupid. That's just ridiculous. You shouldn't have more than one.
And the famous quote from this one is, "Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster, kid."
Oh, that's Han.
That is Han. Yes. Yeah. Well, you know, Harrison Ford was working construction before he got picked up for movies.
That's all I'll say.
I'm gonna not count that one.
Right by the hole.
That one doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Here we go, birdie putt.
That was a bad roll for Eagle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially in the top 10. Coming in at number 10 is a hell of a movie that Steven Spielberg did. And it's a heavy movie. If you've never watched it, it's definitely one that is not a light film to take part in, and that is Schindler's List.
And here she is, 6 feet out.
That movie made me cry.
Oh.
It's like I said, it's a very heavy movie.
It's a very heavy movie.
Schindler's List.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
Yeah. Schindler's.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a make you feel good movie. That's for damn sure.
The book was better though.
Never read the book.
I don't think I've ever actually read the book.
Really? I had to read it in high school. So.
Okay, moving on.
But no.
To make sure we could read in high school.
Well, now the book. Who did the book?
He's setting up for a birdie here.
Oh, I can't remember. I'll have to look that up.
Somebody tried to tell me that Stephen King movie.
No. Oh,
that's the story that I heard, but I don't think that.
That's a big fat no.
Oh, well, see, I'm okay with that.
Okay,
Schindler's Ark.
Coming in at number 9 is another Stanley Kubrick film.
And after that one,
and
Thomas Keeley?
No. This one takes place in space.
Thomas Keeley.
Oh, Thomas Keeley. This one takes place in space. This film, and the famous quote is, "Well, I don't think there is any question about it. If it can only be attributable to human error, this sort of thing has cropped up before, and it has always been due to human error." Said by Hal.
All right, let's see what he does
Thomas
on this one.
Keneally is
the movie is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Never seen it.
I'm going to tell you something about this movie, this 2001: A Space Odyssey. I went back and watched it a few years ago. In one of the scenes, one of the guys that were in the space station, he's eating breakfast. And he's checking the news on this device. And it's a fucking iPad. It's straight up an iPad. I mean, it looks like...
After you watched Apollo 13, because Apollo 13 they actually made a reference to.
No. This was before, and I thought to myself, oh my God, this is in the 60s. What the?
What, the actual F?
Yeah, because I'm like, wait a minute.
Okay, we're around the
this
area from here.
There's like 40 years before this damn device even comes out. What the hell? What? But it was an iPad, and I'm like, did somebody know something back then that we didn't know?
I'll be right back.
Well, sometimes it is true, though, that, books and movies have come up with so many iconic devices that we have now that people wouldn't predict, 40, 50 years ago.
Look at Star Wars. In the whole Star Wars universe, they walk around with tablets and they write stuff. And people sign. Look, what are we doing? What are we doing now?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes fiction, truth follows fiction. So
sometimes, not always, but
no, that's a good thing.
In electronics world, it seems like it's more closer to it now. So.
I'm okay with sometimes,
look
truth
at the
not
Star
following
Treks and everything. They carried around little things and tricorders and tablets when they were checking things out, and it's like, oh, look here. Yeah.
But no, as far as
see-through, and they're going to be like an inch thick.
As far as fiction or truth following fiction, I'm okay that it doesn't do it all the time, because as much as I would love to see a dragon, I'm good with them not being real.
The driver off the turf.
Yeah, I'm alright with it too.
Which one are we on now?
We are on number 8, and this is another Spielberg classic involving a little alien that likes Reese's Pieces.
E.T.
E.T.
E.T. phone home.
And the worst video game ever.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. It actually almost bankrupted Activision. That game did. It's one of those. It's like He Who Shall Not Be Mentioned in the Activision halls.
Well, you think they would want to redeem themselves by doing a remake of it, but actually making it 100 times better.
Yeah, you would figure they would, but let's be honest. This generation, who knows E.T.?
True.
They've chosen a hybrid on this one.
They would pretty much have to promote the crap out of that and the movie at the same time.
Oh yeah, they would. They would.
The younger generation hyped up on it, to be honest.
Or promote the hell out of the movie, and then the video game just kind of follows itself, which is what they did in the 80s, except for they had a shitty video game.
And if she sinks this,
but
she will capture an eagle on this one.
look, I was.
They had a really great movie, but a crappy video game.
Yeah, I forgot what I was listening to. I was listening to a podcast, and one of the guys that had a hand in making that movie or that game was talking about it.
At least the video game was a little bit better than Step Brothers. I'm just
and it was
Lord.
he is salty about that, isn't he?
Oh my God.
Do you need a moment? Would you like to step away with some vinegar and come back?
No, I'm good.
Lord Baron.
Setting up
what did you
for
do?
An eagle here.
All right.
I shouldn't have said he was a Will Ferrell fan.
Coming in at number 7 is The Godfather Part 2.
Okay, not bad.
Another, classic by Francis Ford Coppola, starring, a huge Pacino, De Niro, Duvall, Keaton.
He's got a 10-foot putt here.
I'm not counting this one either.
Why are you not counting this one?
Because it's a sequel to Godfather. Stop picking. If you want to pick a movie, pick the original. There should be a rule. It should be the only original.
Wait now.
No series intended.
Now some people say that 2 is the best Godfather.
No.
No.
But it's great. It's great, but no.
It's a really good
There's
movie.
actually a lot of people that are 50-50 on it, because a lot of people think Part 2 is better than 1. 1 and 2 was definitely better than 3. 3 was just terrible.
I'm not gonna CJ, I'm not gonna argue with you on that. I am 100% in your camp on that.
3 was all about the money.
No sequels.
3 was
Three
really
was
all
just
about the
lousy. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
three shouldn't even been in the right mindset of like
Well,
it's just
That's
yeah.
where his
They should have
daughter
scrapped
dies,
it.
right?
They
Jimmy
should have.
Scott, yeah.
Yeah. They should have
Look,
scrapped it like
look.
once they kind of like realized where it was going.
Godfather
Just 1 and
3.
2.
Godfather 3 is an example of something going too
Why
far.
you don't make
yes.
sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
All
should
right,
have
let's see
left
how
it
he
at
does.
2 and just called it quits. Because I mean, three flopped terribly. I mean, the reviews that they got on it was terrible.
We are coming in. We're circling the wagons coming in. We're at number 6. We're almost in the top 5. Number 6. The famous quote from it is, "Here's looking at you, kid."
This one looks pretty good.
Casablanca,
Casablanca.
which I watched. Good movie.
Really good movie. Like the book better.
There again,
I like the movie.
never read the book.
I like the actor. But
You know that line was improvised?
yeah.
Bogart, it was not in there. Bogart just threw that line in there. As an improvisation, and it was so iconic that the director went, "Yeah, no, it's staying."
Well, I think that was like one of the first times impromptu
Okay, nice fresh hole here. Let's pop this in the
was
fairway.
making it big. I mean, to just have an actor turn around and say, "I'm going to do my own line," and just willy-nilly
Nice
off of
drive.
it. I mean, you didn't never hear of that really much of that back in the day. You know?
No, and
Humphrey Bogart himself is
second
just,
shot on the sixth.
Well,
stands
he's
on his own.
iconic. I mean,
He's just
Right.
on his own with his acting.
And then then you had Robin, who improvised all the time.
Was a good one.
yeah, but again, he's one that could actually pull it off without
Oh.
having any issues. That's just who he is. I mean, that's why I loved him on Whose Line Is It Anyways? Watching him go with the cast there.
Oh my
I thought it
God,
was
yeah.
fantastic.
I
mean,
forgot when Robin Williams did "Whose Line Is It Anyway?"
Yeah, and he did a few episodes.
Oh,
with
he
them.
did. Yeah,
I just thought it was classic because I mean,
they
he just
were.
rolled with the
Yeah.
punches, and I mean, he had Ryan Stiles in stitches. I mean, at one point
Well,
in time, Ryan couldn't even speak because he just had him. And it's just, yeah, forget
well,
it.
did you see?
I can't compete with him. I mean,
Did you see the Carson show where him and Jonathan Winters back and
yeah.
I mean, that's classic. I mean, two great minds of improv just pinging off of each other, and you're like, this is.
Yeah, but once Robin was on a roll, I mean, he wouldn't stop. He just went. I mean, you could give him a topic, you can give him a location, he'd be, all over that like a fat kid on a cupcake. Because I mean, that was just how he was. Yeah,
he was. I mean, rest his soul, man. He was special person. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land this plane. We are in the top 5. We are coming in. We're coming in at number 5 at a Quentin Tarantino film. Number 5 is Pulp Fiction.
Excellent film.
I enjoyed it.
I wouldn't think it would have been in the top 5, but it's all right.
Well,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought it was a good movie. Great actors in it. Just, I don't know. There was just, I kind of thought there was a little too much into it.
Well, I mean, it's got some class. Say what one more time?
Their lines.
Oh, and the Royale with cheese, wasn't it? I mean,
Yeah, the Royale. What do they call it? What do they call a Big Mac in France? Yeah. Or no, what do they call a quarter pounder in France?
Quarter pounder.
Yeah, what do they call a quarter pounder in France?
Royale with cheese.
Yeah, Royale with, because they don't know what a quarter pound. Because they don't know what a quarter pound is. Yeah.
Well, as he's sitting there eating the burger and drinking the shake, because he had to wash the burger down with the shake. So
Right.
Meanwhile they're tempting if he's going to kill him or not, and he's so calm about it too, which I just think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the way
but
they
I
talk
mean,
about
that's Samuel L.
it.
Jackson for you. I mean, he can be so intimidating at times.
Yeah. Listening to something that Samuel was talking about is he like begged Lucas to be Mace Windu, and he said he did. He said I wanted to be in a Star Wars film, and this opportunity came up, and yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I begged for it.
Yeah, he also demanded a different color lightsaber as well.
Yeah, he wanted that purple lightsaber so he could stand out.
Yeah,
Well,
he wanted to be different.
Speaking of Samuel L. Jackson, I thought he did pretty good in the one with Christina Ricci, Black Snake Moan.
Mm-hmm. Negotiator too. I thought it was
Negotiator too.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with him. He's a good actor.
And then of course
Django.
The one that everybody quotes is Snakes on the Plane.
I think that was one of his worst movies he's ever done.
It was, but
that was.
I liked him in Triple X. I thought he was really good in Triple X. I thought he did fantastic.
I like him as Nick Fury.
Avenger movies.
Yeah, yes, I think excellent Nick Fury.
He did well in the Marvel movies. He's a guy that he's another actor that can play so many different roles. He can play a hero. He's played a villain. He's played. He's done it all. But that's him. I mean, he's the guy that even as a good guy, he can come off as intimidating at the same time.
Yeah,
he was good in Unbreakable.
Yeah, he was good in Unbreakable. But I was thinking, when he played a really creepy ass person in Lakeview Drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
I mean that.
Again, playing a villain.
Playing a villain, but I was like, damn, Sammy, you going pretty dark there, brother. I mean,
but that's the thing, though. I mean, he has so many different abilities that he can tap into.
All right, you're gonna put this in the fairway.
That's the thing. Like he can play it. He has so much talent, and a lot of people. A lot of actors and actresses don't have that,
Yeah. All right. Well, coming in at number 4 is another one that is a absolute favorite of mine.
Okay, he appears ready to roll on.
Also, because one of the actors in it, I would listen to them reading the back of a.
Oh, it has to be a Morgan Freeman movie.
Yeah. He could read the back of a shampoo bottle, and I'd be great with it. And it is the very classic Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman. That is a classic. And that is a Stephen King's movie. That is a Stephen King story, or an adaptation of a Stephen King.
But I mean, huge. It's such a great movie, though. I mean, Tim Robbins playing off of Morgan Freeman. I mean, two talented actors going into it.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those ones where you would never actually stop watching that one, to be honest.
And that is one of those ones that I will sit down and watch. When it's on, I will sit down.
I'm hoping they will never, ever do a remake of Shawshank Redemption, because it doesn't need a remake of it.
No, if they ever try to remake that movie, I will slap somebody.
They wouldn't be able to find any iconic actors to actually do it.
See, now that you said it, now Hollywood knows they're going to do it now.
Oh, if they wanted to do it, they would have done it by now, and you know that.
I just don't give them no ideas. But you're right. You're right.
Because it would just be a crappy.
Yeah, I mean, you are right. If they wanted to, they would have done it already.
But I mean, they don't have. There's really no talent that could actually do that movie like Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. It's just.
There again, like we talked about before in other streams, you pull any one of those two people out of that movie is not that movie. you're not going to get what you get.
Well, it's the same thing. Oh, who's the guy that plays the main prison guard? Because I mean, he was
about 175 yards to go.
He basically made everyone's life a living hell, and then Dufresne got him that tax break, and he got the suds for everyone. I mean, again, another actor who's iconic and who's been in so many different movies. Playing the three of them playing in that movie, you couldn't replace either one of them.
Or the warden. I mean, you can't replace the warden either.
Nope.
All right, coming in at number 3, which I'm surprised is not number 1, is the ever classic Citizen Kane.
Wow. At least it's, I'm just happy that at least it's in the top 5.
It is in the top 5. I am surprised that it is not number 1, because on most lists, that is the number 1 film.
Yeah. I mean, it has a
Citizen Kane.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, on most lists, greatest movies, Citizen Kane always hits number 1.
From around 170 yards. Let's see what she does.
Kind of curious what 2 and 1 are now.
Well, I think we're going to finish. We're going to hold off for 2 and 1 until the 18th. We shall leave people in suspense. Actually, you know what? I think I'll do number 2, and we'll leave number 1 for the 18th hole, and we will leave people in suspense for a minute. Coming at number 2 is, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Kodo.
Wizard of Oz.
Wow, Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
I used to tell my sister I was going to land a house on her.
12 feet to the cop.
I mean,
now keep in mind, my sister was born on Halloween, so technically she was born a witch. So I could land a house on her.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Very iconic.
Speaking of Morgan, I'm going to land a house. Oh my! Oh, and now they talk in here. They talk about the whole the James Franco film that they did, the Oz the Great and Powerful. I saw bits and pieces.
I didn't think it was.
Well, I appreciate you hanging out, Colin, still being here, showing the support. Much appreciated on that. It's getting late for you, man. It's almost midnight, ain't it? But yeah, CJ.
I just didn't think it was I just didn't think it was very good. I mean, it just there were so many bad points to that movie.
Well, but look, it still made $230 million domestically. So
yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how it made that much money.
Look, even when it's bad, look, it's like Sex and Pizza. Even when it's bad, it's good.
I don't know. When you have
I would have to protest on that one. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not that good.
It's just not really that good. Bad sex will just not,
Yeah, that's just not good.
That'll end a relationship. That'll just end a relationship right there.
Hey, you say tomato, I say tomato.
Like the movie. I mean, it's just as bad. So I mean, no.
Well, hey, Kiara, what's up? Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm glad you like the stream layout. I'm not gonna lie, I stole it from the idea of it. I stole the idea of it from a dude I'm in a stream team with called Alpha. That's how he has it set up, and I really digged it. It was clean, it was crisp, it was nice. Lets people watch the game while I'm off to the side, so you can pay attention to the game, and you ain't gotta really pay attention to my ugly mug. And then, with chat underneath it, you can still kind of follow up with chat. So, Judy.
Good job.
Yeah.
Would you
Maybe.
like would you like to mute yourself when I tell you number one, or are you?
And this is his attempt at birdie.
Because
No.
technically,
And good putt.
other movies in the series have been on this list already.
Must be a Star Wars movie.
WTF? Seriously?
No. It's gotta be Godfather 1.
Father.
Flipping God.
Well, we will wait till the 18th hole, and I will give the actual answer.
I would
But
just like to point out that so far on this list, I haven't heard one Will Ferrell movie. Just
And I'd like to point out you haven't heard one Johnny Depp one, and they belong all up in this.
Sitting at
Hey,
7.
wait a minute now.
Wait.
Hold on. Judy, I love Johnny, but let's be fair. Johnny is hit or miss. Some of his movies are great. Some of them,
I'm
You
sorry
know.
to say,
Very
I'm a little
first Pirates of
disappointed
the
that A Few
Caribbean
Good Men
should have
is
been in
not
there
on
somewhere.
that list. I'm a
Look.
little disappointed in that.
I am not gonna
I am
lie.
too.
I am not gonna lie. The very first Pirates of the Caribbean, yes, should have been on that list
Tee shots looking decent.
because that was a very epic film and very.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like A Few Good Men. I mean, like, I'm sorry, I'm a little
A Few
disappointed.
Good Men.
That A Few
I don't
Good Men is
understand
not
how
on that
that's
list.
not in there. But yet the second Star Wars
Here we go.
is. Are you
Pop this in
fucking
the
kidding
fairway.
me? Jesus.
You're right. I don't know how A Few Good Men are not on there. That is a very classic film. But
Just thankful
yes,
Will Ferrell movie's not on that list.
yes, Dan, CJ, you guys are correct. Number one spot goes to The Godfather.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know if I would be happy that it's number one. To be honest, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's a great movie.
It shouldn't.
They got the horse in the horse's head in the bed. I mean, go to
Well-
the mattresses.
And
Leave the
he's
gun, take the
ready to
cannoli.
go.
I mean,
Let's
great
see.
lines.
Yeah, leave the gun, take the
but-
cannoli is always a classic.
Yeah, and then I want to point out,
Leave the
in
gun,
Harry
take
Met
the cannoli.
Sally, he uses that line.
He does.
Take
He
the gun,
does.
leave the cannoli.
Yeah, but it's
Go to the
actually funny. They
mattresses.
use
no,
use
it's
that
not in
they
Harry
use
Met
it, and
Sally.
also You've Got Mail.
You've got mail.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's in You've Got Mail.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
But look,
Leave the gun, take the cannolis. Go to the mattresses.
that is the top 100
She goes.
according to the Hollywood Reporter. Not Maverick. So any complaints, the Hollywood Reporter.
Listen,
Well,
the Hollywood
the thing-
Reporter, whoever runs that thing, listen to me very carefully, dude or lady. Get another damn job!
I mean, they had so many different Jack Nicholson movies. I'm a little disappointed that A Few Good Men was not in that list at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
look.
I can't believe that
iconic
movie
movie.
was on it. Oh my
Huge,
God.
iconic
the
movie,
speech in
and
that.
they just ignored it. I mean,
Yeah, they did.
Like,
They did.
Damn.
I mean,
Like,
that
the
is.
speech in that movie.
Oh yeah, the
And
whole
Jack
court
Nicholson
scene.
did? Oh,
The
please.
whole court scene at the end of that movie. Everybody should have won an
You got
Oscar
me
from
on
that.
line.
Yeah, his speech in Guantanamo, the whole court scene at the end. Everybody in that court scene should have won an Oscar because that was some of the best damn movie making ever. When he finally snaps and tells them, "You damn right I ordered the Code Red." Epic.
Damn right I did.
Epic.
Yeah. Because
I'm
while
gonna
you're
I'm
secretly
gonna get
doing
on a
this,
plane
you
and
know
head to my
you
base.
Second shot here on
Like
number 18.
I mean, it's so powerful. I mean, throughout the entire
And
movie,
it's
I mean, it is
truthful.
so powerful. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
it's out there.
It's truthful. It's actually truthful because that shit
Driver
happened.
off the fairway, are ya?
How Hollywood Reporter did not see this? I mean,
They didn't see it because,
Judy,
they must have been.
Kiara said,
Right.
"Judy yelling got me scared." OMG.
Good one.
She went, "Oh my God, it's a mom voice."
But I am thankful that there was no Will Ferrell movies on that
No
list.
way.
So I would have
Kiara, I
been
love
disappointed
you.
if there was a Will Ferrell movie on that list and A Few Good Men wasn't on it. I mean, I would be
Oh, my God.
pissed. I mean, just throwing that out there.
Well, look. Dean
Step
lost his shit at
No
number
one asked you for
98.
Will Ferrell. Pipe down over there, you.
Yeah, you know that, so it's understandable. Like I said, Dean lost his shit at number 98 when Up was above, was higher up on the list than Seven Samurai. So everybody's a little concerned.
I think I'm gonna change Dan's nickname in Discord to Dan and then his Will Ferrell fan crap.
I mean, I'm not that
we
big
need
on
a
him, but I thought
famous.
it was good.
We need a famous line from Will Ferrell. Oh, I'm sorry, he doesn't have any.
Oh.
My thinking.
Yes, no. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yes. Shake and bake. Shake
go.
or bake, baby.
Yeah, but he wasn't the one that came up with Shake or Bake. It
I
was his
know.
partner that came up with Shake and Bake, which was another idiot that I just can't stand either.
Oh, what? Come on, man. He plays great. Like, the story of Dewey Cox.
Oh, no. That I can't stand. I'm sorry. It's just...
You gotta wonder, do they sit in their living room and they get these they extend these movie scripts to them, and do they read them and they say, nope, that one's not stupid enough for me.
No, most of these scenes, Will Ferrell, I think most of them he wrote himself.
That explains so much at that point. And
that explains so much.
Well,
let me live in the house until I'm 40 with my mom and dad and fight with my brother. There's a movie moment.
Well, I tell you what, next Monday we will come up with a new list of things. I think I'll go with the top 10. I don't believe we'll go with the top 100. Let me know in chat what you think. We've got horror films on
top 25, to be honest.
I'm looking at horror films. I'm looking at the greatest guitarist of all time according to Rolling Stone.
I don't know if there's a top 25 horror movies out there.
No, there's probably a top 10 horror movies. But I am looking at horror movies. I'm looking at the greatest guitarists of all time as according to Rolling Stone. Action movies, stuff like that.
Top bands.
Top bands.
Top 50 bands.
I don't know anything about music other than how to turn it on my iPad.
Top 50 still, yeah. Top 50. Well, I don't know. We go through top 50.
Where are you going, Judy? You were on the green.
Yeah, Kiara, we go through the top 50 pretty quickly. It takes us about a couple hours to play.
You just drove the
to play a good game of golf.
Back onto the fairway.
So we could knock the top 50 out, but I think we can get it done. But we might keep it at top 10, top 25 at most to give us room to talk and stuff like that and give us opinions.
I thought it was back at the other thing. I'm sorry.
I personally think the top guitarist of all times, according to Rolling Stones, will definitely get some talk. There's
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Hey, Colin, thanks for hanging out as long as you did, man. I know you need some sleep.
See how that worked?
It's almost 1 a.m. for you over there on your side of the pond, man. Peace out. Be good. Thank you for the biddies on the way out. Everybody loves.
You didn't hit it on a different green. You
that.
Hit down the fairway.
Thank you much for showing me your biddies and then running out the door. Everybody loves a little bit of biddy flash and run.
It is my fault, so I was paying attention.
But have a great night, Colin. You be good, man. We'll catch you on the flip side, and peace.
I don't know. I don't get it. Whatever.
But no, Judy, I do agree with you. I would be very, very upset if Stevie Ray Vaughan wasn't on that list.
This putt is incredibly long.
Stevie
Ray Vaughan. Dan's gonna vote for Jack Black to be the best guitarist.
What's gonna happen?
Oh God!
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Jack is a pretty damn guitarist. Okay. You might not like Tenacious. You might not like Tenacious D as a band, but Jack's a decent guitarist.
What is Tenacious? What?
Tenacious D is the band that he did.
What was the name of the movie where he went on vacation? The two girls switched vacations. He was in that movie. The two girls switch houses for vacation.
Oh,
That was the holiday.
oh,
Oh my God!
Kiara, look at you dropping 20 biddies. Look at you showing me the biddies.
You
Whatever
know,
the
you
hell
gotta
that is.
rename that because that
Appreciate
sounds
that.
so close to something else.
Look, it's what we call it. What we call it. But they're actually bits. They're called bits. We just call them biddies. But hey, I appreciate that a lot. Much love. Thank you for the support.
Sounds a little personal. I'm just throwing that out
What? Everybody loves it.
And a 5-foot putt for him.
Don't go there. No, don't go. No, don't go there.
Well, it wasn't that, man.
Don't go there. No.
Kiara, my girl.
Don't go there.
Yeah,
Enough said. Don't go there.
We miss Kiara. I miss Kiara in the group.
I miss.
I don't know about anybody else. I miss Kiara.
I don't
She was
really
always,
know her, so
she was always. Well, she's a fellow Canadian. You'd have liked her. I don't know. How do you feel about people from?
with her a couple of weeks ago. I thought she was very friendly.
I was going to say, how do you feel about people from Alberta?
A lot of fun.
It depends on what part of Alberta.
Listen, the place doesn't make the person makes the person.
I don't know. I've actually the way she talks, it's like all of Alberta is just questionable.
Well, I live in the land of stupid, so what the hell do I know?
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Where you live.
Thank you for the round, and we'll see you next time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and those beyond the binary, we are absolutely out of here. We are finished with our round of golf. We are finished with the top 100 movies of all time. As always, I appreciate you. The support is always appreciated. You guys be good to each other. Be blessed. We'll catch you next time. Peace.